Well, this past weekend was a good win for our football team. I really thought our guys were locked in. They were focused. They were understood the importance of this game, and we were playing a team that was leading our conference, 2-0 and 4-2 overall, and we had to find a way to make a statement and get a win. But I thought our guys really came out. First half played exceptional in all three facets, and it was a good win.
Have you heard from the conference? Do you expect to about the fight in the third quarter?
You know what? We have not heard anything yet. There's supposed to be some discussions later on today about what happened. I feel good that both teams did the best job we could at separating things on both sides of the ball. I think the fact that we were able to continue to play the game and nothing else happened, we shook hands after the game, was a positive for all. But, those things we addressed with our team, and, we can't happen. People can't leave the sideline. We cannot have those things happen, and I think that our team understands that, and we don't like to see that at all. But I think it's been addressed, and like I said, from that point on in the game, I thought everything was clean the rest of the way out.
You knew there'd be an adjustment losing all the players from last year, all the coaches. Has it taken a little bit longer than you thought, or is this kind of how you expected it to be?
Well, I think every year is going to be a new team, and you're going to have to replace certain pieces, and I think that, fortunately, in my opinion, even though some people say unfortunately, we had a good schedule early on, and we played some tough teams, and we weren't able to win a couple close games. But that's all about growing and becoming better. And I think you understand your weaknesses early on, what they are, and where we need to improve. And I think last week we had a great week of practice. We still have plenty of areas to get better at and improve, but I think we're focusing in on those. We know where we need to continue to work hard and I think our guys understand what we have to do to get better, the work that we have to do, and in order for us to win, we've got to improve each and every week, and we have to approach it the same way and approach it like the next game is do or die. We've got to find a way to win.
I know you guys probably didn't need a whole lot of motivation the last couple weeks playing teams that are leading the conference. Now you're playing a team that's sitting at the bottom. How do the guys keep that playoff type mindset and not slip up?
Well, I think if you study it closely, Florida Atlantic's a team that's lost a lot of close games. I think they've pretty much been in every game. They played Miami well the first game. They've lost a lot of games that went down to the wire, which means they're competitive, and they've got good players. They've got good athletes. They were a very good team last year. They've been very good on defense in the past. I think offensively they may have struggled a little bit this year, more so than they would like, but they're very capable of beating anybody. I think there's a lot of parity in this conference, and our guys need to understand that if we're not ready to play, without question, we'll get beat.
What was it like your 1 year there coaching under Coach Schnellenberger?
Well, I had a fantastic time. I was lucky enough to play for Coach Schnellenberger and enjoyed that ride tremendously, and played in a lot of big games, had a lot of big wins, a lot of fun doing that, and have a great deal of respect for him. And then the fact that I got to coach with him for a year, really enjoyed that. I think he's one of the best at what he does. He's a motivator. He gets his guys ready to play. He's old school. He understands the importance of work, but I definitely enjoyed my time there with him.
I think you learned a lot just in that year, just from seeing how he works, I guess, from a different perspective.
No, I do. I think I've been lucky to work around and with a lot of great people and guys that have done it for a long time and done it at a high level, and you try to take something from each one of those guys and utilize it when you get your chance. But he was one of the best, and I think that anybody that can take teams basically and build them from scratch and find ways to win national championships, to be the offensive coordinator coach of an undefeated NFL team that won the Super Bowl, to be in it for so long and be able to build programs and do it the right way, I have the utmost admiration for him.
I think Mike's excited to return back down there and play a game.
Yeah, I think, Mike has continued to improve each and every week. I think he works hard. He's into it. He wants to continue to get better. He understands the importance of that position for our team, and the fact that he's got to be a distributor of the ball. He's got to be accurate. He's got to make good decisions. He's got to find ways to continue to make plays with his feet when he has to and buy some extra time and get completions. But I thought the first half he was locked in and played very well. And I think the fact that he gets to go down there and play where he's from will be very important to him.
A lot of Florida kids on the roster too. They'll probably be pretty amped up.
No, I think so. I think all of our games against Florida Atlantic have been very good football games. We went down there 2 years ago and we had a lead, and they came back and won. And they're very capable of doing the same thing. Last year, they were up on us, and I think we were up by 1 point at half, and found a way to pull it out in the end. But the next week they went and almost beat Florida. So they've got talent, and I think that our guys from Florida understand that a lot of their buddies will be on this team that are very good players and are very skilled, and it'll be fun for them to get down there.
Coach, do you have any update on Necarius and
Necarius, we're not for sure the extent of how long he may be out. I don't know if he'll practice a whole lot Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll probably get a better gauge Wednesday where he's at. It's questionable right now.
If he isn't available, how do you guys adjust that in the return game?
Well, I think in the return game we'll have to make some adjustments. Colin Towner's done a good job for us, and we got a few other guys we may put in there to take Necarius' spot. I think at the receiver position, Lucky Jackson's our next man up. I think he'll come in and be ready to go in case Necarius can't play, and some other guys we're getting back as well. Colin Towner's played some receivers for us last week. Quinn Jernigan's back from a hand injury, so he gives us a bigger target, but hopefully we can get him back.
Jeff, you were talking about Mike White earlier. Are there some factors, or what are some of the factors, just strictly besides his throwing, that you think have attributed to his success and what just seems like he's getting better every week?
Well, we work hard at that position, and we try to define things for him as much as we can. We try to spell him out. There's a definite method. Even from day one, the main thing we wanted him to work on is toughness. I think at that position you have to be tough, and sometimes, until you get hit and knocked around and go through a few hard times, it's still to be determined how tough you're going to be. But I think he's gotten over the hump there. He stood in there and has made throws. He's found a way to improve his ability to extend the play, which at first he was a little more reluctant to do, just because it takes some game time playing to get very good at that. And the fact the last few games he extended the play with his feet, had a run or two 2 weeks ago, completed a few balls on the scramble last week. Those are the things you want to see. I think even when you look at Brandon Dowdy, his last year, he extended a lot of plays, and he bought some time and found ways to get a few yards with his feet and allow some of our receivers to get open when the play was covered. And those are all things that you have to do to beat a great quarterback, but he's working very hard at it.
Yeah, that's good.
Thank you.
Thanks.